Today I'm at Anglesey Race Circuit, also known as Trac. It's a racing circuit in Anglesey, Wales. It was originally opened in around 1997 as a very different circuit to what it is now. Before then it was used to test rally cars, and before then it was a derelict ex-army base for training, but I believe a local farmer wanted to use the area to test out his rally car and they let him, and eventually by the late 90s it became a racing circuit, and in 2006 it had a major overhaul to make it what it is today. It has 4 circuits: international, national, club and coastal. Today I believe we're doing the coastal in the morning and the international in the afternoon. I've been out and done some sighting laps. I've not been here before, and I can say it looks pretty good. The road surface is really good. There's some really good camber to the corners, and the corners are good as well. It is definitely a purpose-built race circuit. It's like they've taken the space and thought, how can we make this the best race circuit possible? And it has quite a few hills, something you won't see on camera. I'm here in my Mazda MX5. It's the 2-litre model with 184 PS of power, and I'm really enjoying it. It's allowing me to do more track days in a year than I've ever done, simply because it's costing me less on fuel, tyres and brakes, and I'm not having to pay to fix it all the time, which is saving me a lot of money. It means I can spend more time on track and less time spending my money fixing it. I'm about to go out on circuit soon. I don't normally go out for the first half an hour to an hour, simply because that's when most cars that aren't really supposed to be on track tend to break down and you get red flags, and people who are new to this are more likely to go off. So I find it safer just to wait half an hour, have some breakfast, get myself ready, and then go out and enjoy it. Although it has just literally started raining, so maybe I've missed my opportunity to try it in the dry, but this is Wales after all. It'll be sunny in 5 minutes. So I'm going to go out there, I'm going to do some driving. When I get the hang of the circuit, I'll film a couple of the laps. I'll name the corners as well, so you know the names, so you can see what it's like, and then at the end I'll give you my verdict. Turns out we were actually doing the international circuit in the morning, so I guess it's going to be the coastal circuit in the afternoon. If you think my eyes are wet, I'm having to use this stuff because I'm getting dry eyes when I do track days. I think it's because I'm staring so much, I'm not blinking. So it may look like I'm crying, but I'm not actually crying. I've just used some eye drops. fantastic. If you can make it here, come here. One of the best circuits I've done. It's close to Cadwell Park. I would still say Cadwell Park is my favourite circuit, but the banking on some of the corners here is ideal. There's a corner called Church, which reminds me of Church at Thruxton, because it is a very fast corner, although not as fast as Thruxton, where you really do have to be committed. And then after Church, you go up this hill with some really hard braking to a left hairpin. It's not called hairpin. And then another right hairpin. The car wants to go sideways. This particular car really wants to go sideways on those hairpin corners. It's 3 hairpins in total in this circuit, but it's an awful lot of fun, and I'm looking forward to this afternoon. So I'm going to go and get some fuel, and then I'll see what the coastal circuit is like in the afternoon, if it is the coastal circuit. I'm not sure now, because I think I was told it was going to be that in the morning. Maybe I need to start listening better. Well, that was a little bit dodgy. It started raining more on one part of the circuit than it did the other. So I thought I had grip, and then I didn't. So I had to drive quite carefully, which is taking some of the fun out of it, because it was kind of like a bit of a question mark. I'd much rather it, if it is rainy, starts off wet and stays wet, then at least I can learn where the grip is. But it was very variable out there, so little bit scary. Coastal circuit, in my opinion, I prefer the international circuit. There's more space, particularly on a track day where you've got a lot of cars, a lot of traffic. We're a little bit more cramped on this coastal circuit. You have a corkscrew in place of 2 long straights and a hairpin, which is kind of cool. It's like Laguna Seca, the corkscrew, but it is quite slow. So, and there's a tricky left-hander. The whole thing just feels like a slow part of the circuit that doesn't add to it. So I do prefer the international circuit, although it's still very good. I do recommend coming here if you do track days. Anyway, that's all for this one. Give it a like if you like it, subscribe to get my future videos, and until the next one, cheerio. Just before I go, I would like to mention, particularly for beginners, the rubber marks that you get on the side of your car, and on the front of your car for that matter, after you do a track day. They aren't anything to worry about, so if you see them, don't panic. They do come out very easily with a good automotive tyre remover. As you can see here, nice and clean, as if they were never there.